Thank you for joining us for another edition of the Optimized Weekly Market Recap. I'm Matthew McGrath, and today we'll look at last week's excitement in the markets, as well as what we're watching for in the week ahead. Another solid week in the markets, with the Nasdaq delivering the strongest performance last week, with a gain of roughly 2%. The S&P 500 added 1%, while the Dow finished the week up around 70 basis points, and the TSX was down only 10 basis points. Taking a look at sector performance, we again saw energy and communications lead the way, while the weakest performing sectors by far were utilities and real estate. Looking at the events from this past week, both the US Federal Reserve and the European Central Bank lived up to expectations by raising their benchmark rates by 25 basis points. The news was embraced by the equity markets, propelling the S&P 500 to new highs. Second off, second quarter GDP growth came in hotter than expected at 2.4%, surpassing expectations. However, the fact that this performance was primarily driven by strong consumer spending only helped improve stock market sentiment that much more. Thirdly, and remarkably, despite the strong growth, second quarter inflation continued to ease, clocking in at only 2.6%, a sharp drop from the 4.1% in Q1 and considerably lower than the projected 3.2%. For the week ahead, Canadian employment data will be released this Friday, providing insight on the health of the Canadian labour market and how effective recent Bank of Canada policies have been. Similarly, in the US, July's non-farm payrolls will be out this Friday, which will be watched closely to see if hiring has slowed in line with expectations, alleviating pressure on inflation in the US. Lastly, second quarter earnings continue, with about 80% of the S&P 500 constituents having already reported their earnings. However, all eyes this week will be on Apple's and Amazon's numbers coming out this week. Overall, we have another very exciting week in the markets ahead of us as we head into the long weekend and earnings seasons draw to a close. Until next time, thanks for watching and see you soon.